Hi there, this is Richard Kung and you are watching ergoBeTV. Today I thought I'd talk about some holiday tech shopping tips, especially if you're in the market for, let's say, your next telephone or iPhone that has a touchscreen on it. Maybe you're looking at a tablet of some sort. Whether it is, there are several things you want to consider before purchasing, but also after you purchase it, how to use the device to minimize injuries to you while using it. What are they? Well, first, think about the size and the weight of the particular device that you're interested in. Phones are pretty small, pretty compact, but once you start getting to larger items like tablet computers, that can be a substantial weight, especially if you're looking at certain things like the Apple iPad, which weighs at about 1.3 pounds, and that's before the case. If you compare that to Amazon's Kindle, which is only 6 ounces, that's a pretty big weight difference. Now, the manufacturers have been doing their best to try to cut down and make them smaller and lighter as possible, but every ounce, every pound makes a big difference. So the biggest concern is static posture, holding the device at the same spot or position for a long period of time. Maybe you're reading an ebook, watching a movie, and so if you're holding up that device for an hour, 2 hours or more, that's a substantial amount of time. And so you want to try to avoid prolonged use, either by taking breaks, or you can try to prop up the device. Let's say many of these cases these days have a stand in which you can put it on the table. Or if you don't, if you're on the bed, on the couch, or somewhere else, you may try to lean it against your body. That way you minimize the amount of force that your body has to support the device to keep it up while using it. The other thing you want to think about is how you're going to use the device. Many times we are very subconscious on how we use the device. Many of us who may use our phone may find ourselves holding it at our side, and that is because this is where it feels most natural and comfortable for our shoulders. As a result, if your phone is at your hip or waist area, you're probably going to be hunching over your neck. This puts a lot of strain on your neck and potentially your lower back if you're hunching the lower back as well. This is natural, but keep in mind this will help you to avoid that. Our eyes were made to look straight ahead and down, and our head will typically follow where our eyes go. So if you understand this rule and principle, rather than moving your head altogether, you can try to move your eyes instead. This way you can minimize the amount of neck hunching and put less strain on your neck while you're using the device. If you're constantly hunching over with your back, try to find something to lean up against, like a wall, a post, a bed, something that you can lean, and make sure that you have adequate support on your back. That way you're not rounding out your back in that C curve and putting even more stress, particularly on your lower back. Finally, think about how you're going to use it. Now, most devices these days are going towards touch. So if I'm touching here, touching there, think about how to use it. Do you hold it and use both hands and you just use your thumb? You may develop the BlackBerry thumb, as they used to call it, where over repetitive use of the thumb caused the joint to break down and a lot of problems. Maybe you use it with just one hand, and so the one finger, you may get the tip of it may start to get numb, may start to get a little sensitive. What you can do is try alternating fingers. If you use one, try using a different finger. If you use one hand to swipe, try alternating and using the other hand. Alternating will allow you, it's like a breather for a runner when they're trying to run a marathon. Also, consider other methods, like a stylus or something else. These are some tips that will help you not only pick out the device that you want to use, but also think about how to use it effectively so that you can prevent injury later while using it. So this is Richard Kung, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click the like button, and if you want to check out some more great tips, you can go to our website at www.ergobe.com/blog. We'll see you next time.